Let's take a look at another proof here, proving triangles congruent. So we're just going to use some different reasons and statements as we go through these. And just like before, I like to start with my givens. Angle F and angle H are right angles. And we know EF is parallel to HG. So I'm going to start here with my given. Now, since I know angle F and angle H are right angles, I know they each equal 90 degrees, so they're congruent to each other. So I'm going to say, because I want to show congruence. When we're trying to prove triangles congruent, you want to have congruent statements. So I'm going to say angle F is congruent to angle H. Why? Because we know all right angles are congruent. And then let's use the fact that I know EF is parallel to HG. So I look for my transversal, my alternate interior angles. And to use that, it's got to touch the parallel line. It's got to touch the transversal. So I know angle FEG is congruent to HGE. So angle FEG, we have to use three letters here because we have more than one angle E, is congruent to angle HE or HGE. Always name the middle letter by its vertex. Why do I know that? Same reason as my last proof. If we have parallel lines, then the alternate interior angles are congruent. So we got two things off of our given. And usually that's what's going to happen. You're going to notice a lot of times you're able to deduce two things, but you have to figure out the third one. And I say, when I say figure out the third one, use the third one. You have to come up with a reason. In this case, notice, you see how EG is in both triangles? I can say EG is congruent to itself because I'm using one from each triangle. So I've got EG is congruent to EG. That's the reflexive. When you're doing proofs, look for reflexive or vertical angles. They happen to show up a lot. So they like to use reflexive, and they like to use, when you have two lines that intersect each other, we know the vertical angles are congruent. So if two lines intersect, that's another one you can go to right away. Now if I look at my diagram, notice I've got angle, angle, side, just like I did in my last proof. I did kind of two boring proofs here for you because they're the same. So now we're going to say triangle EFG is congruent to triangle GHE. That reason, angle, angle, side. Now I didn't ask it, but if they ask you to prove, for example, angle HEG is congruent to angle FGE. If I wanted to prove those two angles are congruent, I would do the proof the exact same way. I'd add one more line and I'd say this angle is congruent to that angle because of CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent.